Alright, Shalom, first and foremost. All praises goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahat Recha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach Yasha Allah well through the Spirit. Peace, blessings, salutations to the Akim pushing his gospel the world over, risking their life for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's sake, doing it in sincerity and in honesty. Adon Ratazah, which means Lord willing. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So, I'm just going to do a quick lesson on Romans chapter 2, verses 14 through 15. Okay. And inherently, Jakes, all right, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, all right. Now, Jake in the world, who may not even know that they're Israelites, all right, inherently they know it's wrong, to eat pork, okay, or to kill, to sell drugs, all right, which is witchcraft, by the way, right? And the scriptures mentions that, suffer not a witch to live, okay. Jake inherently knows that, it's wrong to eat shrimp, prawns, to go steal from a shop, all right, commit adultery, to murder, so on and so forth, all right. Why? All right, because Jake has a conscience. Okay. Now, of course, a lot of our people are completely wicked and destroyed, all right. And there's no reasoning with them, all right. But for the most part, the majority of our people, you know, to an extent, they still have a conscience. They still have at least a speck of morality about them, right? Even if Jake doesn't know that he's an Israelite, even in the world, he knows that committing those things, which I mentioned, would be wrong, right? Because of having that, that conscience, right? Now, of course, we have the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Shai, but even before the truth, subconsciously, Jake followed some of the laws without even realizing it, right? Which is in the Bible. Okay, so Romans chapter 2, verse 14. For when the Gentiles, now these Gentiles are actually the Israelites, okay, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, okay. They basically do this, by second nature, basically automatically, right? These having not the law are a law unto themselves, okay? You know, so they're not gonna steal, all right? You ain't gonna, just commit adultery like that, okay? Because again, they know inherently that it's wrong. Because if they steal, of course they're gonna get locked up for that by the law of the land, all right? And face prison time, of course, repercussions, even if they don't know that they're an Israelite, because it's part of having morals. Right? However, these Edomites, the so-called white man, woman, and children, right? They don't have a conscience. They are the wicked, that wicked root. Okay, so it says, right, do by nature the things contained in the law. Right? What laws? The laws, statutes, the commandments. All right, are a law unto themselves. Verse 15, which show the work of the law written in their hearts. Now, the Hebrew word for heart is la'ab, goes into the mind. Okay. Their conscience also bearing witness, you see, their conscience also bearing witness, all right, and their thoughts, the mean, while accusing or else accusing or excusing one another, okay, and their thoughts, the mean, while accusing or else excusing one another, okay, meaning, you say to yourself, damn it, I knew that was wrong, and I shouldn't have done it, or I shouldn't have said that, all right, because you have a guilty conscience, like you feel convicted, all right. And this letter was written by the Apostle Paul to the Israelites living in Rome. Okay. Verse 15, which show the work of the law written in their hearts, meaning their minds, their conscience also bearing witness to it. Okay, and their thoughts, the mean, while accusing or else excusing one another. Okay. So the Lord can and does show Jake and reveal stuff to them, even if they're not in the truth. Okay, and that's a part of their conscience. So I just wanted to do a quick lesson on that. So with that, shalom to the elect.